Hey, you. I see you. Hey, it's Ryan here, and I'm going to talk about something that's very, very important for everyone. For everyone. And the sooner that people can understand this and the sooner that people can apply it to their own lives, the sooner that you will start to experience more and more of who you really are and find your true and authentic self. And once you're living authentically, that's where the deep inner peace that I talk about, the peace that surpasses all understanding. So right now, so many people that are spending time with me, they say, Ryan, with what you're going through, how can you be so centered? How can you be so relaxed? How can you be so open-hearted? And it's very simple. I've done my work. I've done my work, and the work is working through your uncomfortable feelings. It's not complicated, okay? So I want to talk about something very important, okay? That if you want to find fulfillment and peace and happiness, maybe that's a new word, fulfillment, happiness and fulfillment. But if you want that, then this video is for you. And if you don't want that, then you can move on to other things. But this is for the people who want it, okay? So here's what the scoop is. We live in a society, okay, particularly here in America, and this is where I live, so I don't really know the cultures elsewhere. But we live in a society where people are programmed, it's just the way that it is, to essentially caretake for each other. It's all codependency, and really what it is a way for everyone to avoid their feelings. Okay, so here's an example. I was just sitting down there, and there are a couple of young guys that work for Greenpeace, which is an environmental organization that tries to raise awareness for environmental concerns. And these guys are standing down there, and they're trying to, they've got their literature and their things that they want to hand out, and they say to every person who walks by, they say, will you stop and talk to me for a minute? And 9 out of 10 people don't stop. And what I was just watching for about an hour is to see what everyone says to these young gentlemen. And they say things like, they say, sorry, oh, sorry, no, I'm going to work, or sorry, no, I have to go, we're going to get lunch. And I noticed that they apologize. Okay, so I noticed that, and I recognize, okay, the apology, and this is what our culture does for each other, is the apology is basically, I don't want to hurt your feelings. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't want to hurt your feelings. You want something from me, and I'm going to apologize and say, sorry, you can't have it. Okay? But what I want us all to look at, or what I'm inviting everyone to look at, because it says so much about the state of our minds, really, and the state of our society, and what most of us are existing in, is that we think that we owe other people something. We think that when other people are uncomfortable, we are conditioned to think that it's our responsibility. And so what I'm here to tell you is to help free you up, okay? Is that other people's feelings, other people's emotions are not your responsibility. Yay! Okay, say it with me. Other people's feelings are not my responsibility. When other people have a problem, when other people are upset, when other people are out of joint, stressed out, indignant, whatever it might be, that's their emotions, okay? That's something that's going on inside of them. And the universe is bringing them that because it's their opportunity, that if they go in and feel those feelings, like I always talk about, they can grow and they can start to move past the things that are triggering them and keeping them from experiencing a peace that can embrace all things and see all things with love. It doesn't mean it has to participate in all things or move towards all things, but it can see it as, hey, that thing is okay just the way that it is. And so people with hurt feelings, with upset feelings, it's not our problem. Okay, you've been conditioned to think that it is. Okay, you've been raised with just the unconscious belief that it's your responsibility to help make other people comfortable. Okay, and here's the other side of it though, okay? Is that the same thing that we've said is true about other people's feelings is the same thing that's true about ours, okay? Our uncomfortable feelings are not the responsibility of other people. So when we're upset, say, I don't like what you did there. If we have any expectation that someone else do something about it, then really we are off base. We're putting pressure on someone else to alleviate what we think is making us uncomfortable. When the key to growth, the key to finding your full self is to take responsibility for it, own your own feelings, and choose what you're going to do about it. You can invite other people in to help you. Would you be willing to do this? Hey, I'm not feeling comfortable right now. You know, would you be willing to talk with a different tone or whatever it might be? But when we put pressure on other people, that's just going to keep us from finding what it is that we're all looking for, which is just peace. Okay? So I'm going to finish this up here, about a minute or so more, and I want to talk about love. We live in a society where love is looked at as though it's sacrificing, okay? And what is sacrifice? Well, really what sacrifice means in our society is to do something that you don't want to do for someone else because they want you to do it, okay? And what I'm here to say is that that's not what sacrifice is. That's not what love is, okay? Anytime we do something out of obligation that we don't really want to do, it means that we're doing it for some fear-based reason. We're doing it to avoid being shunned or avoid being shamed or avoid being seen as mean and losing connection with people. We're afraid to lose connection, okay? But when we do things out of obligation, when we sacrifice, when we do things for people that we really don't feel good about, and we feel, oh, well, I'm doing it because I'm sacrificing because I love them. Okay, well, love does not give out of obligation. Love does not give out of fear. Love is a feeling. Love is a feeling of, oh, just beauty and awe and wonder and feeling so good when the emotions are flowing freely and you're living freely. Because as you live more and more freely, and as you only do things that feel right to you, and you don't do things to help appease other people's discomfort anymore, because their discomfort is theirs, and it's their opportunity to actually grow and open up their hearts when they feel it and move through it. So when we caretake for people and we do things for other people, even if we don't, especially when we don't want to, we're not helping anyone, okay? Even if it seems like it. Even if it seems like it. Because we are each responsible for our own experience. And once we're living freely, sure, we can help people in lots of different ways, but it comes in a way that's in integrity, a way that truly helps other people and doesn't take away their opportunities for them to work through their own problems, their own unresolved emotions, okay? So it's time to stop apologizing. If you're apologizing, what are you apologizing for? People do and will have hurt feelings. Okay, so will we. It's what it's all about, being human. But it's our choice of what we do with that. We can start to own our own and allow other people to have their own experience and make new choices and step up, start living freely, and that's when the love grows. That's when the love flows. But the first step is to own it and say, hey, other people's feelings are not my responsibility, and I can't expect other people, those around me, my loved ones, I can't expect them to act in ways that I want them to if they don't really feel good about it, because then I'm obligating them, putting pressure on them, and it isn't love. But love is growing, and if you're here with me in this video, you know it, you're feeling it, and I thank you for just being you, because we are all good. You are good, and so is everyone else. Love you. Have a great day.